Hi guys, welcome back to GreyWolf TV. Continuing with the X-Files, we're on to episode 10 of season 2. The last episode had the pair of them back together, finally, on the X-Files, and lo and behold, they almost end up dead again from some other weird case that they have to go and investigate, where it's some unknown phenomenon that could have ended up attacking the body. And, well, you saw what happened in the last episode. That thing with coming out of the guy's throat was disgusting. Reminded me of the Alaskan episode that we had with it. Narrow escape, no evidence, the usual. I don't know. I don't know whether Scully is fully recovered or not yet, but Mulder seems a little overprotective for obvious reasons as to whether she should be taking some time off or not. But after that last episode, everything seemed to be okay. I don't know whether it's all okay psychologically as well as physically, but I guess time will tell. So let's find out where we're going next, what's going to happen next, if there's any advancement on the conspiracy of everything or some weird strange case. I have no idea. Let's go, episode 10.
I'm gonna take a quick shower. You guys interested in getting a pizza delivered? If that was a yes, you can call the order in. And no pepperoni for me.
Whoa. We got a peeping Tom? Yes, we have.
Hello? Oh, yeah. Sure.
Ow.
Tell Mom I'll be back in 5 minutes, okay, Butt Crumb?
Holy shit. Okay, maybe not. Why are you naked? Okay, this guy's clearly had some weird experience.
It's gonna be okay, son. Hey, we're here to help you. Hey, what's wrong? Oh my God.
What? He is one?
Not one of Wisconsin's more remarkable kids, but still the apple of his mother's eye.
What does that mean?
Nobody knows.
Does it seem like it might have been a schoolboy prank?
The other victims have had to be sedated and hospitalized since their ordeals.
They call themselves the Church of the Red Museum.
Oh, God.
They're followers of a guy named Odin that moved out here from California 3 years ago and bought a ranch. Calls it a monument to barbarism.
Probably went over big with a local rancher.
Well, you gotta admit, it takes some big ones to set down in the middle of cow country and start a church like his.
Yeah.
Today is a blessing from our Lord and Master.
Oh, he doesn't
who wills
talk.
his flock.
Okay.
In this time, the dawning of the age of Aquarius.
Walk-ins.
In prayer.
What are walk-ins?
We, second souls of the first bodies. Our struggle is transcendent, and your guidance our guides.
It might have been an animal spirit.
What?
I can't explain it. Something just came over me.
Scully, we'll meet you outside.
Oh, she picked up on that quick.
Has this boy ever been in any trouble?
Gary?
Yeah.
No, I've known him since he was a kid. He's the same age as my son.
The Red Museum,
Okay.
how are they treated by the local citizens?
Nobody much cares for him.
But are they ever singled out? Shop owners refusing to sell to them? Stuff like that?
He started to tell me about walk-ins, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure
what
if
are
I
they?
grasped the finer points.
It's kind of a new age religion based on an old idea that if you lose hope or despair and want to leave this mortal coil, you become open and vulnerable.
To inhabitation by a new spirit.
A new enlightened spirit.
Well, I'll tell you something. I feel kind of weird saying this, but I got the creeps in that apartment today.
Really?
Yeah. Felt like you were being watched.
Huh?
Nothing.
Hey, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Go home. You got a problem?
Yeah, but who asked you?
I see 4 against 1. I got a problem.
Mulder?
Yeah, well, why don't you run along with the little wife?
She's got a gun.
Well, what's she gonna do, shoot us?
No.
Go call my dad, Kitty. I
Arrest you.
think he'd like to hear about this.
Who's your dad?
He's the sheriff.
Sheriff. I knew it. It always is.
Upper dog?
That might be a lure. Yep. Oh, Jesus. It's like they're, I don't know, brainwashed. She is one. Drugged?
They found trace amounts of an unspecified alkaloid substance in her blood, possibly an opiate derivative.
There you go.
As well as a dangerously large quantity of something called scopolamine.
Is that the stuff they use for motion sickness?
Well, only in very small dosages. Anything past 0.2 micrograms, and you've got a very powerful anesthetic with hallucinogenic qualities.
Do your religious beliefs preclude you from exacting revenge, either physically or psychically, on those who might not share them?
The barbarians will one day be cleansed from the earth.
Answer the question. You did it, didn't you? You did something to those kids, Sheriff.
Calm down.
We got problems down the street.
It's going to escalate.
Keep your minds open to the wisdom of the guides.
You're about to get covered in blood. I knew it. That, by the way, is assault. Oh. Okay.
This pasture land belonged to my granddad. He bought it in 1890. Used to get by with 50 milk cows. Now you gotta have 500.
Yeah, corporations.
Used to turn them up to pasture. Now you keep them in pens and grain feed them. See those men over there? Well, they're injecting the cattle with something called BST.
Oh.
Bovine somatotropin.
Ah.
Genetically engineered growth hormone.
Yeah, shoot them up. The cow will produce 10% more milk. People around here have changed. You know,
World's changed.
Mean, spiteful,
Yep.
dog-eat-dog. We had 7 rapes here last year. Well, I think that you're going to find it all comes from the same root source.
Growth hormone.
I don't know.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, Doc. I'm losing oil pressure like crazy. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you're dead.
Still trying to ID the pilot.
What about the second body?
Yeah, who was he?
That's Dr. Gerald Larson.
Okay.
Did you know him?
Yeah. Delivered my kid.
It's not jet fuel.
Said the
Payoff.
doctor may have been delivering more than babies.
Jerry Larson was a pillar in this community. He was the last of the country doctors.
I think I do.
Wherever he was coming from, I'd say that was one hell of a house call.
We found a connection between the out-of-town kids and the kids abducted here. Every one of them was delivered and treated through childhood by Dr. Larson.
Yeah, the printouts we found in the briefcase were mostly shipping orders. I don't know. Maybe to track them the way credit card companies track stolen cards.
But
That's
why?
illegal.
And what was he treating them for? Are you thinking it might be bovine growth hormone?
I know that was the first thing through both of our minds, Scully, but it just
Yeah.
doesn't track, not with
No.
that briefcase full of cash.
What's the payoff for? I mean, the doctor was clearly involved. The freaky you look like a company man.
Howdy.
Hitman. Just, I like how nonchalant that was. Just do pop.
Dr. Larson gave him vitamin shots. He gave them to a lot of kids. He said it was like treating their teeth with fluoride.
Crap.
As a preventative measure.
No.
What?
You're being watched.
This light here,
I don't know.
It's a pinhole. Is it through a mirror?
back there.
It's through a freaking mirror. I didn't realize it was through a mirror. Camera and everything. Jesus.
Looks like
Oh my
a
God.
little movie studio.
Get back.
Yes, we have. It's like this one's dead.
Oh, my God.
It's your son.
Son.
Ah, there's your guy. Yeah.
What is it?
I know that face.
What? It's quite a video library you've compiled for yourself. I especially like the ones with the little boys.
Oh, it is you.
Did you kidnap Rick Mazeroski? Did you write this on his back?
Oh my God.
Answer the question.
I really love those kids.
Is this how you express your love for them?
Did you kidnap Rick Mazurowski? Did you write that on his back?
Yes.
Why?
Because of what he had become.
What did he become?
Because those kids have become monsters.
How did I miss
Dr.
that?
Larson was using those kids as guinea pigs, and he was using us too.
What do you mean, using you?
To inoculate the cattle.
With growth hormone?
I don't know exactly what it was, but he was paying us a lot of money to do it.
Was Dr. Larson involved in the kidnapping?
No. He didn't want his secret to come out.
I think he's telling the truth. I don't think he killed anyone.
How can you be sure?
The residual substance couldn't be analyzed because it contains synthetic corticosteroids with unidentified amino acids. That's purity control, Mulder.
The money in the briefcase. They've been conducting an experiment here. Somebody's been paying to have those kids injected with alien DNA to see how they'd react. He's gonna go after the kids. You get the sheriff and meet me at Gary Kane's apartment.
He's in his bedroom.
Go pack some clothes, things you'll need. You're all coming with me.
What?
I'll explain later.
Where are we taking him?
Yes? I need your help.
For?
It may offend your religious sensibilities, but it could
Yeah.
help save some kids' lives.
Need you to. He's ready to torch the place, clearly.
Stop right there!
Yeah, they're getting ready to pack up shop here, aren't they? Yeah.
Put it down.
Do not
Now.
pop that. Oh my god.
Just put the lighter down.
The sheriff. Oh no. I was going to say he's going to shoot. Yep.
Get him out of here. Get everyone out of here. Come on.
The identity of the man shot in a slaughterhouse is yet to be determined.
Not
His
gonna
name,
be.
any record or artifact of his past, present, or immigration status have yet to be found. Under further analysis, the inoculant found in the broken vials was isolated and determined to be an unstable antibody of no known biological origin. Shipping manifest for what is believed to be milk and beef tainted by the unspecified inoculant do not provide enough information to track their destinations. A local advisory and quarantine have been established. The FBI investigation
right.
into this case is currently at a standstill.
Oh god.
The case remains open and unsolved.
Permanently. Okay, episode 10. I literally got 35 minutes or so into that episode and had no clue what the frick was going on. We'd gotten all the different results of, you know, what was happening with the after the plane crash, finding that the doctor with the money and the injections with the cattle and something weird going on with the kids. So it all relates back to purity control, which is of an alien origin that they've been injecting them with. And I think Scully's absolutely right. They've done it in a small town, off the grid, as a control group. God knows what's going to happen to those kids. And because they were doing this with the cattle as well, it's now tainted the milk, the beef. That's a way of getting it that maybe they were also controlling how to get this out to the mass public as a small control group and seeing it's done through the food chain. Damn. And the peeping Tom guy, who was a bit more than a peeping Tom, was responsible for all of the teenagers in the state that they were in. That's why none of this was adding up. We in effect had more than one thing going on at once here, and then we had all this red, what were they called? The Red Museum? I can't remember what they're called now. This religious cult, which I thought that's what the whole episode was going to be about, and they did a 180 on us. And in the end, it turned out we actually needed their help. Well, they needed their help. What were they called? Red Museum. That guy was... I don't know. What was that guy? A voyeur. I have a feeling from what we saw of him watching when the mother was showering, I don't think in particular he was watching her. He was watching her sons, both of them. I think that's what all those tapes were, because he was focusing on kids. He was focusing on teenagers. He's a mix between a pedophile and a hebephile, whatever. And he was directly involved with what was going on, but also on his own personal side of things was doing this. It was like three different things in one with this case, which is why it threw me so badly. No wonder I couldn't figure that one out. I was not expecting Purity Control to come into this. And then when Scully identified the hitman, I hadn't picked up at all, because we've not really seen much of him. I hadn't picked up who that guy was. And then she said that she recognised him, and I still didn't know. And then when she mentioned who he was, and it showed a little clip of him when he drove by that scene with Deep Throat, I instantly knew. They needed to remind me, and I'm glad they did, because I wouldn't have known otherwise, until obviously she then mentions it later on. What a complicated case. And remains unresolved, unsolved, because you can't identify, even when they've broken down the structure of it, you can't identify what they've been given them. What are they trying to do? And that guy's never going to be identified. No name, no fingerprints on file, no nothing on file. Those are the sort of people that they use. This has to ties directly back into cancer, man. It has to. But that was a really good episode, because I had no clue what was going on until the last moments of the episode. It was in plain sight, but not in plain sight. Confused the hell out of me. Right. Anyway, that was called Red Museum, and not at all where I thought it was going. That has got to be one of the most surprising episodes of The X-Files that we've had this season so far, because it started off as one thing and ended up something completely different at the end. It was fairly obvious that the sheriff was just going to blast that guy, because as far as he's concerned, he's the one responsible for getting his son killed. But yeah, there you go. Right, we will be back with episode 11 in the next few days. We do 2 episodes a week, as I'm sure you know by now. It will be available on both Patreon and for channel members. If you want to watch it in full length, you can check the link in the description, or if you want to watch it on the channel, you can click on the join tab and choose a Wolf channel membership. And then after my bit of plugging there, I will say thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you're enjoying my trip down memory lane with the X-Files, by all means hit the subscribe if you haven't already. There is plenty more to come. We've barely dented the surface yet. So next episode will be in 2 or 3 days time. Until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. See you for the next one. Take care.